Well, hello people. Now, my name is Kamran, and I was talking to a person other day, and this guy was like, "Okay, hi, I have completed digital marketing training from an institute, a very renowned one, and paid a couple of thousand rupees, which goes to a lakh, and yet I am not able to acquire a job in the market. Yet nobody considers me as a digital marketer." So I asked this guy, what actually have you done? Have you completed this course from an institute, from a college, and what all you have learned in that course? And this guy was like, I have done everything. He said, I started with things like Google Ads, which means search engine marketing, then Google Tag Manager, Merchant Center, Google Analytics Setup, which are the basic, modules when you are learning to become a PPC executive. And then he also learned things like social media marketing, video marketing, LinkedIn ads, Twitter ads, landing page, website and on-page SEO, organic social media marketing, SEO and search console, graphic designing over Canva, email marketing, affiliate marketing. I was like, oh my God. So he was like, he has really learned everything, like all the topics in the world that could be available in digital marketing. And not only that, he has also completed certifications like 6 certifications of Google, or additionally, he completed certifications from Google Analytics and Meta. And I was like, oh my God, you have completed so many things. And how the hell you have not acquired one single job? Because if I talk about myself, I did only Google Ads training, which people take when they want to become a Google ad expert or a PPC executive back in 2015. So I got training for like 2 months in the Google office that was based in Gurgaon, Cyber City. And after 2 months, I was just working in Google. I was deploying different type of campaigns in Google, starting with search, display, remarketing, video. I was working on tools like Google Analytics or Google Tag Manager. Google is always having so many tools. And I thought I have also become an expert. Just because I was working in the company, I thought, yeah, I'm an expert because I know how to deploy all the campaigns in Google Ad account. But lately, when I start working for different clients, I miserably failed. So I was not able to generate any result for the client. So digital marketing, when people start their journey, they think it's all about learning tools, campaigns, keywords, and graphics. However, if you look at the client's perspective, or if you look to acquire a job, it's all about how much return you generate for the client or for the agency after spending any particular amount for that project. So it's all about if you are able or if you are capable to generate the results from that project. And I didn't know that. Like, so I failed in like couple of projects initially. In fact, I failed for months. Of course, not for every single client, but I failed for multiple projects. And then I realized, okay, so it's not about learning tools like Google or tools like Meta, but it's more about if you are able to deliver the result to this client, any money that you are spending in the client in a month, if you are able to justify that money. So now in this video, we are going to understand how to justify the client's money or how to generate result from a project. So now you are going to understand how do we make a project plan. Now this project planning is really important when you are starting off any single project in digital marketing. If you don't have a plan available, then I don't know what you'll be doing for the project. You'll just be launching the campaigns and ad copies. You won't know what actually you have to achieve out of this project. So I guess project planning is like having a navigation to sail a ship. If you don't have this navigation, if you don't have a plan, where will you reach? And not only project planning, you become a project planner after completing a project planning training along with media planning. So media planning is again very important topic to cover. This media plan is like a entire map or entire plan of the month. If you are doing this marketing for a month, that tells you what all campaigns you're going to run throughout this project. Not only that, you also learn about or list the placements, ad types, targetings, how many clicks your project will generate, what are going to be the total number of impressions, and eventually what is going to be the total number of sales. So basically, this plan tells you each and everything about the project that you are going to do for any single client. And when I was working in an agency, which I worked for like 4 to 5 years of my life, in agencies, whenever we acquired a client, every single client was asking for a plan. Without a plan, they just don't start the project. They wanted to know what result we are going to generate for them if we spend any particular money in the market. So now let's come into what exactly media planning or project planning is. Now, before we get into project planning, it's really important for people who are learning digital marketing to understand the 4 P's of marketing. Well, I think this is the basic of digital marketing. So, 4 P's of marketing are like it starts with product. Product means whatever you are going to sell in the market. It could be a product or it could be a service. Market is always divided into two categories. It's either a product or a service. Then the product price. And then if this price of the product is really sellable in the place, in that market in which you are going to promote. So before you think about any sort of marketing, any sort of promotion campaigns and ad types, you have to think about these three metrics: product, price, and place. If you think that these three things or these three, parameters are not in line, you can deny doing the project. Because if you won't do that, then maybe you take the project, yet you won't be able to deliver the results in the market. And I'm saying this after talking with many clients in the market. You'll always find people or clients who want to run the show, who want to advertise, who want to market, but yet they don't have the right product for that market. So if you are, jumping to promote their product, maybe you do it for a couple of months or maybe a year, but it won't generate results. So it's really important for someone like you and me to understand if we are promoting the right product or not. Now, even if you are not, promoting the right product, you should know that this product is not going to achieve anything in the market. So marketing is not only about generating the returns. Even though your clients will always want you to generate returns, but trust me, it's less about generating returns and more about marketing. But yet people or agencies will expect you to generate results. I know that's the irony. I know people in digital marketing are very hopeful after learning all these, you know, tools of digital marketing, after going through Google, SEO, social media marketing. And they think why don't or why not they are able to generate the returns in the project? Why not they are getting a job if they already learned so many things in digital marketing? Because when you look at a jobs perspective, when you look at a client's perspective, they are always looking for people who can generate returns for them, even if their business is not up to mark, even if their business is really really not good to promote in the market. But they are the client, they are the agencies, they'll always be expecting you to generate the returns. So at least if you are not able to generate the returns, you should be able to justify your work. And you can only justify the work if you are able to understand how to do a project planning or what exactly project is. So in this video today, we are going to start our journey with a store which is springtails.shop. Now this store is all about artificial jewelry store, and which is having a couple of products over it. Now, as I said, we have to start with the 4 P's of marketing. So first of all, we have to understand the products. So here on this store, we are having artificial jewelry. You can start with the first one that says diamond drop jewelry. Then we have the butterfly nose pin. We have a couple of earrings and then a antique pressing nose ring. I'm sorry, excuse me. So now, as we have these 4 products available, the second thing of 4 P's of marketing was price. So now you can see the price starts with 299 and goes till 750. And then the place. So let's see what pricing are available for these kind of jewelry in places where we are going to market this product. So in our media planning, I'm sorry, project planning, we have already mentioned the place, which is Delhi NCR. So in Delhi NCR, let's say I type in artificial nose pin in Delhi. So I search for this keyword, and now you can see the products which are being sold in Delhi NCR. It starts with 190. Now this ad is called as shopping ad. We also call it product listing ads, which comes from a shopping campaign. So in products, you always get these kind of shopping ads. So here the pricing starts with 190, goes till 700 or 765. So now looking at our product price. So I think we are selling the product in the right price. It starts with 299 and goes till 750 and 499. Now, one more thing you have to understand is a couple of more things about the market. So, like in Indian market, you will always be finding that products which people are searching or trying to buy from any e-commerce store are not or majorly not taking the shipping fee. The shipping fee is almost free. So you also have to make sure your website or the company that you are promoting is also having the free shipping. Not only that, you'll be finding majority of the companies are taking orders on COD. So you also have to make sure the payment method that we are using in Indian market is having a COD option. Now you may come across with a lot of clients who won't like to have a COD in place in on the website. They want to take a pre-order of the product. They want to, you know, get a prepaid payment before delivering the product. I mean, that's totally fine from a client's perspective, but in Indian market, that does not work. Even if you go to companies like Amazon or Flipkart, you will be finding they are still selling the products through a COD option. So now if they have a COD option, which is cash on delivery, where a client or a customer pays after receiving the product. So even if these giants are, having the COD option, then if you are a new client in the market, you just can't get away from that option. You always have to provide the COD option. If you don't provide that, then no matter how good you are at marketing, your product cannot be sold in the Indian market. That's the difficulty that you have in the Indian market. So you have to understand what exactly is the market, are the market standards, what exactly is the price and place or happening at these places. And now once you realize, okay, now all these three things are in place, we can now think about doing the promotion. For doing it, we have to start about project planning creation. Now, people who want to get a detailed idea about the project planning, they can just go through this document. And in this document, this talks about the project planning creation in detail, which starts with project overview, objective, the target audience, competitor analysis, the budget, timeline, channels and marketing, content strategy, messaging, and goes till creation the reports. However, I have like created this sheet using all the possible digital marketing project planning options so that you don't have to worry about going through the theory or going through the report which I showed earlier, this one. And also before we start any digital marketing projects, it's also needed to understand what all are going to be the project requirements. For example, in digital marketing, you will need the social media pages and account access. So if you are doing Google ads or Facebook ads, you will need the account access in hand before even starting the services. You will need the website access. You will need the creatives, which means the banners that you'll be using in the ad copies, the landing pages in case of a service based business. And the paid marketing budget is something which will always be coming from the client's end. So I have met across a few clients who wanted to me to or us to add the paid budget. I was like, what? Yeah, so they said, okay, you run the ads for us for maybe a month's time. You spend 1 lakh rupees, and after the end of the month, you send us a report. You send us the invoice for advertisement services, and also for your monthly service fee, and we will be paying them both together. So if you are working as a freelancer, if you are planning to, provide the service for yourself, you can also come across these kind of clients. Never entertain them. So it's totally fine if you are taking a service fee after a month's time, but then taking a toll on the advertisement cost is not a chance. You should not be really working for any such clients. Because if you do so, you may or may not get the money delivered to you. And why the hell you'll be paying to Google or Facebook on someone else's behalf? It's their account. So they have to put on the money in the ad accounts. Anyways, so let's start with project planning. I think I have already delayed this topic much. So now, as I said, the first thing that you have to go through is the website, which is springtails.shop. And this website is a category of product. So whenever you look into any business in the market, it has to be a service or a product. So this product of, or this website of R is a product. Because the reason we have to identify between a service and a product is because mutually you'll be having different campaigns in service and product. For example, if I talk about product, which is artificial nose pin, you'll be having the shopping campaigns. These kind of campaigns provides the product with image and pricing. You'll also be having the dynamic remarketing campaign, a video campaign with shopping ads. And if we talk about service, so let's say MBBS course is a service, you'll be having either the SEO results or the search ads, which comes from a search campaign. We also call them text ads. So now the campaigns and the ad types are going to be different. That's why it's really important to know the service or the website that you're promoting. Is it a service or a product? Now, once you are done, once you are able to understand if it's a service or a product, then only you can proceed forward. If you are not able to understand a service and a product, trust me, I don't think you understand the market at all, and you can do or think about doing any form of marketing in this world. And if you want me to explain more about it, so it's like if I just type product versus service to give some graphical presentation to you. All right. Okay. So let me just explain from a couple of examples. So when you buy a car, this is a product. But when you go for a servicing of this car, it's a service. When you buy a mobile phone, it's a product. When you go for repairing of this mobile phone, it's a service. When you buy, let's say, a movie ticket, it's a product though, but then movie in itself is a, well, it's a product. Even though creation of movies is a service, when people who are engaged in the production of that movie, let's say the director is providing a service, the actor is providing its service, and the entire crew of that movie is providing a service, but the movie in itself uh, is being sold in the market in the form of a product, because every single movie ticket is having a fixed price over it. So product is something which you majorly buys for a month, and service is something which you takes for a longer period of time. So now, as we know, e-commerce jewelry store, this one is a product for us. We can further continue about making this project plan. So now the product type is artificial jewelry. Now you have to understand and decide the product type. Now the reason why we have to decide or we have to write down the product type is because we also have the normal jewelry in the market. So let's say if you run the keywords like buy jewelry, because our products are also jewelry based products, you will be targeting a market who are trying to buy an item ranging at the cost of 8,000 to 20,000 or 2 lakhs, in fact, because these products falls in the actual jewelry category, like Tanishq, Bluestone, Carrot Lane, all these three, and PC Jeweler, all these four jewelry stores provide the original jewelry, the gold and diamond jewelry. We don't fall in that category. So we have to very categorically mention the product type, which is artificial jewelry. Now, this is something which is not only to share with the client, this entire plan is also for you to understand before you launch any business, what exactly you are doing, what exactly you are, uh, you know, uh, planning to promote. You have to understand the business. This is kind of a business research. Then the marketing objective. Now, this is something which is for a person who is going to promote this brand, springtails.shop. Marketing service or marketing objective is all about what is your objective in the market, if it's branding or if it's sales. Now, majority of the times you'll be getting clients who are always looking for sales. So any person who launches the business in the market, they want to generate sales from the very first day. If not so, they want to generate sale in the very first week, or at least in the very first month. Again, it's very difficult to generate sales in the very first month. If I talk about companies like Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart, Big Basket, Zomato, majority e-commerce giants in India, they have taken months, years to generate profits. So they are just doing marketing for a couple of years, and then they hardly think about generating the profits. The reason it's because they are looking to generate subscriber first. They just have a different business model. They have a subscription based model where they are always looking to generate subscriptions. And once they have a good number of people who have trust in the market on their brand, then only they think about generating profits. So that's why it's really, you know, difficult to generate profits, because we live in such a world where most of the companies are burning money in marketing. So if your client is looking for generate profits while competing with companies like Amazon, companies like Myntra, companies like Byju's for education industry, you just can't beat them. At least I cannot beat these companies. So that's why this planning is really, really important. You have to understand the business first. You have to understand the competitors. So if your competitors are companies like Misho, Nike, Nika, Amazon, it's really difficult to generate, beat these competitors. So Misho is a company who has recently, like a couple of years back, they launched themselves. And if I just show you the Misho report, Misho profits, let's say, because this company has invested very heavily in the e-commerce category. They really wanted to compete with Amazon and Flipkart. Now, looking at this report, if not this one, then I shall be going to a different report. Misho turns profitable with losses halved to, okay, with losses halved to 1,675 CR in financial year. So Misho has booked a loss of 1,675 CR. Give me a second. I Misho said its loss narrowed 48% from this year. Okay. So in financial year 2022, Misho has booked a loss of 3,000 CR. In the year 2023, which means last year they have halved their losses, which is still 1,695 CR. So your competitor are actually booking losses all because of these marketing activities. I don't know about Nike and Amazon right now, Amazon at least in India, but then I know majority of the e-commerce companies are booking losses and yet they are promoting. So yeah, your product has to compete with all these companies. So that's why the chances of making profit, the chance of generating returns is very, very high. And you have to tell this to the client before you starting the project. Otherwise, you can give a very positive expectations to the client and they won't be having returns in this business segment. So now we were talking about marketing objective, which is branding and sales. So you have to understand if you are going in a branding phase of the product or a sales phase. So let me take some examples of how do we differentiate between branding and sales. So whenever you go to watch a movie, even before the movie launch, let's say the movie is going to be launched in your city on this Friday, you'll be having the branding activities of this movie 6 months before the launch, in the form of trailer launch, in the form of teaser launch, in the form of uh, email marketing. So let's say if I'm sorry, not the email marketing, but in the form of song releases. So you'll always be having the all these movie launched on Friday, but before having these movies available in your city, you can see a lot of promotion will be happening before the movie launch. So all of these promotions which are happening before the launches of a movie are called as branding activities. Not only movie, if you uh, see any car launch, even in the car industry, even before the launch of that car, you'll be seeing branding activities happening. So you'll always be seeing these branding and sales activities. So you have to realize or understand if your marketing objective is to only generate sales or also generate brandings. Now, even though if you want to generate sales, then we have some problem in it. If you look at the marketing funnel towards my right, now this marketing funnel is actually like a glass or like a funnel. On top of the funnel, you spread awareness about the product in the market. Awareness means branding, which means number of times your ad shows to people in the market. So whenever we start any form of advertisement, the first thing that we do is generating impressions. Majority of the times these impressions are free, especially in the case of Google ads, but yet uh, the first thing is getting impressions. So let's say if I type buy shoes over Google, then typing buy shoes means I have generated impression from all these companies. Not only that, I have generated impression from Myntra and Amazon for my SEO result. These two are the SEO results. If I scroll down, then this one is a text ad coming from search campaign. So I have still generated the impression. Even though this company Nika has not been charged yet, but if I click on this ad right now, I don't want to click it because the moment I click this ad, Nika will be losing some amount and I don't want to waste their money just by clicking an ad copy, which is the second part of the funnel, which is engagement. We also call it consideration. So first thing is spreading awareness, getting impressions from the ad copy. We also call it reach, awareness, impression, reach. All these three things are same. Then we have consideration or engagement or click, and then the customer comes on the website. Now, even when customer comes on the website, he does not convert. That's the majority of the problem. And you know how many conversions we get? So let's say if 100 people are coming on the website, do you know how many percentage of people actually buy the product? Now, the data that we have from different account shows us only a conversion rate of around 1 to 2% in the case of product based market. In service industry, it differs. So let's say if I show you any of the accounts in service industry, let's say I open one of the accounts in Google Ad. Then this account is having search and remarketing campaign. And if I talk about the data for last 7 days, then we got a conversion rate of only around 2.76%. Now, this is the challenge. So having a conversion rate of 2.76 means if 100 people come on the website, then only 2.7% people have filled up the inquiry form. Nobody wants that. No, that's a real problem in digital marketing. People who come on the website, they don't convert. And that's why it's really important to understand the marketing funnel. This conversion does not happen in the first interaction. So what you have to do, you have to recall these people through the marketing campaign so they come again to the website through this funnel and then they convert. This recalling is called as remarketing campaign. Uh, so I guess this one of the topics of digital marketing is always about cookie and remarketing. So through remarketing campaigns, we actually interact with this customer again and we recall him to come back on the website and purchase the item. Now, even if you are starting your like sales campaigns, so first of all, you have to follow this funnel, and the more for the longer duration you run your advertisement, the chances of conversions will actually increase. So it's like in the very first week, the conversion numbers will be less. In the second week, if not the week, then in the second month or in the second, third year, the conversion numbers will go high. Because when people know about your brand, when everyone is available in your awareness funnel, then it's easy for them to trust your brand and then to convert. Now, right now, I'm just talking about this marketing funnel in general. So, this funnel can be understood in two ways. One, in general, that everything that you purchase from the market, you as a human being need to have awareness of that product first. Then you engage, yet you do not buy the product. But then, couple of percentage or a couple of people, or maybe number of people, purchases the item at the last stage of the funnel. So anything that you see in the market will always be having the branding or awareness at the highest number, and the conversions will be available at the lowest number. And that's how the companies have to book their profits. So now let's talk about the marketing service requirement. So because we have talked about branding and sales, we have to consider these two topics in our mind when making the media planning or when writing the marketing services. So for branding and sales, we need to have or we use platforms like social media marketing required for marketing. This social media marketing means organic marketing, which means posting over Instagram, Facebook, then YouTube, then maybe LinkedIn or Twitter. However, in this case, we won't be using LinkedIn and Twitter. That's not the relevant platform for us. For e-commerce, the platforms required are like Facebook, Instagram, and Google. So for branding, we have to do social media marketing. Then for sales, we have to choose platforms like Google Ads, Facebook, and Instagram ads. SEO is something which can be taken for branding and sales both, but majorly we take them for sales. Sales also after 6 months of time, after 1 year of duration. SEO takes like a lot of time in providing the advertisement services. So if you have a client who's just looking to generate results in 1 month, you don't do SEO for that client. The reason I have added this in SEO, so is like in the list, is because I wanted to show you how do you make a project plan. Now the content type, because you are doing all these services, the content type has to be text for Google Ads and SEO, banners for social media marketing, Facebook and Insta ads, carousel for Facebook and Insta ads. Carousel are like the combination of multiple product images in a single ad copy, which runs in a slide. Then we have the videos. Videos will be used for Insta ads or maybe YouTube campaigns. So we have to understand that before we start the project, all these content will be needed. Now, it totally depends how you decide or how you have a deal with this client. If you are looking to get these creatives from the client, or if you have a internal team in your own company who can create the creatives from on their behalf. So I, as a marketer, I never get into making the creative by myself. I always ask client to provide me the creatives. If client says they don't have a designer, I connect this client to the designer, and designer has to provide all these creatives and videos to me. Then the most important topics is like target audiences. We also call it TG, which means target group, which contains the target location, target gender, and the target age range. So maybe client will not be providing you all these three details. So in target location, it's like, but the first one thing that you clear from the client is the monthly advertisement cost. Now this cost has to start with at least around 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees, but for my convenience, I have taken it 30,000. So now for 1 month, we'll be spending this 30,000 rupees, which is not a good amount, trust me. I mean, we hardly will receive anything in this 30,000 rupees, but then let's see what all we can generate through this amount. Now, just because we have this amount, we cannot think about targeting this brand in all over India. We have to choose one single city and maybe a city which has interest for artificial jewelry. So I have taken Delhi NCR into consideration. Now, the target gender for this store has to be female only. So if you are a male, you can think about, okay, you also buy these products, but I have never, bought this product for myself. Why would I buy it for myself? Like, I have never bought it for any of my friend or any of my relative. I mean, I have always asked them to buy the products whenever they want to. So it's arguable whether you'll be purchasing the female items or not. But as I have not bought it by myself, I have not even, I know like my friends even don't buy most of these products, any of the female products. So these females are like these products should be targeted to females, I guess. And then the age range in which this product has to be targeted can start from 18 and goes till 35. I don't think people who are beyond 35 will be interested in buying all of these girls' jewelry, because artificial jewelry is something which are majorly being purchased by girls. So now we have taken a target age range of 18 to 34. I can even decrease this age range from 18 to 25. But the problem is in Google, you have two target ranges. First is 18 to 35. I'm sorry, 18 to 24. And then you have 25 to somewhere around 35. So in Google, the only way that you have is to target the people in the age range. In Facebook, you can target by any range or any age. So let's say if I show you this remarketing campaign and I take you to the insight and reports where an ads might show. Give me a second. So I just wanted to open up the audiences in which I can target my ads to. That's right. All right. So here I have this report. I can edit this report. All right. So in Google, you can see we have these two age ranges, 18 to 24 and 25 to 34. So if you're running any campaign and you want to target your ads to a particular age range, what you do, you can simply exclude the other age ranges and your ads will only be shown in the included age range. This option is available in all of the campaigns in Google Ad account. So within audience, you can target the age. Also, you can target the gender as well. So let's say in this product, so if we are running the campaign for our e-commerce jewelry store, what we can do, we can simply target our ads to female by excluding males and unknown. And in age range, we can exclude the these three age ranges. However, in the case of Meta, you have to come into the ad sets, and in ad sets, when you try to edit any of the ad sets in the account, you have options of choosing any of the age ranges. So you can simply come over here, you can edit this audience list, and now you can start it from 13 and take it till 55 or 65 plus. So that's why whenever you're making the media plan, you have to consider an age range which you can easily target in Google and Facebook both. Now the market duration has to be 1 month. The paid cost. Now, whenever you think about doing a marketing service, there are two costs involved. One is the advertisement cost, and the second is the service fee. However, the cost that you add to the platforms like Google and Meta, it's the paid cost. And if you are having a plan of 30,000 rupees, your client has to pay 30,000 rupees plus 18% GST, which means he will be additionally paying the GST to companies like Google and Facebook. Now the advertisement platforms has to be Google, Facebook, and Insta. So these 30,000 rupees will be spending on these platforms. Now the organic platforms, which are SEO, social media, Facebook and Instagram, is something which does not charge any money from you, but yet you'll be taking a service fee from the client. You'll also be taking a service fee for Google FB and Insta ads from the client. So client has to spend his money on two portions. First one is the advertisement cost. Second is the monthly retainer or a service fee. Then we have to think about the right target keywords. So if you're choosing 10 keywords for any project, so let's say, so this is something which we choose while doing the keyword planning for any project. So we have to choose the keywords which are having the right search volume. So let's say if I go with this keyword, fake nose piercing. I mean, why would I go with fake nose piercing? Let's say I go with artificial nose ring, then this keyword is having a very low search volume. People do not even search it. So if I go with any of the keywords which is not having good search volume, even if I achieve the ranking, I won't be getting traffic on the website, which means I won't be generating sales on the website. So while choosing the keywords, you really have to think about the rankings of those keywords. What are the current rankings? If it's an old project, you may have rankings on the available keywords, then the search volumes, competitors, and the project timeline. In what timeline you will be able to generate rankings for SEO. Again, if the timeline is less, you don't go with SEO. And then the most important things from a client's perspective, the thing which attracts the client's eyeballs are like monthly projected sales, average cost per sale, and campaign types. Now these two things monthly projected sales and average cost per sale can only be taken or can only be calculated once your media plan is ready. And campaign type is something which you also add in the media plan. I mean, it's totally fine. You can also put the campaign types over here in the project plan. While making the plan, you can think what all campaigns you are going to target in this market. But then eventually you have to make a media plan. So in media plan, you put all the campaign types in Google as well as in Meta. And this is something which clients are always looking forward to know what exactly are the number of sales they are generating. So it's like if we are spending a cost of 30,000 rupees in advertisement and we generate a sale of 709 and our average order value was around 500, which means we are making a revenue of around is equal to 500 into 79, which means we are only making a revenue of 40,000 rupees, which means the margin or the profits that we are having is only for 10,000. I mean, these are even eventually not the profits because client will also be paying the service fee. But then the one thing which I want to show you is that if you are doing the marketing in the first month for any project, you will not be or hardly be generating profits to the client for the client. In fact, I think the average order value is not even 500. Let's say if I take you back to the website, then we have a couple of products which are having the price of 299, 300, 500, 700. So I think the average product value will fall from 500 to around 400, and we are hardly making any single profits. And this is totally fine. From a marketing expert perspective, this is totally fine. Even if you are not booking profits from the very first month, that's totally okay. Look at the cost per sale. You are spending 379 rupees to generate a sale. And even your product cost is around 299 rupees, one of the product cost, which means in order to sell this product, maybe you're spending more the amount of the product. And additionally, your client has to pay the shipping charges as well to the logistic company. The client will be paying the website development cost, the service fees to agencies like us. So whenever you think about making a plan, your business does not make profit in the first month. So how it happens whenever you are doing the project, starting from the second month or the third month, your project start getting some organic sales as well. You start getting the repeated customer as well. You start doing the remarketing campaigns. In these remarketing campaigns, you generate sales at a lower cost, at a very low cost. And then you start getting the organic traffic. So I mean, all these traffic which combines to a lot of traffic coming on the website starting from next couple of months, it starts making profits for the company. But yet it's very questionable. It's not easy to book profits for any single client in the market, especially in the e-commerce industry. So now if you are thinking about making some money by doing your marketing services for any e-commerce product, let's say if you are not a marketer, if you are not someone who is learning digital marketing, but you are planning to make this project plan or to do a business in e-commerce industry, the stakes are very high in the market. It's very difficult to generate profits in the market. Now, people who are learning digital marketing, you also have to look into the project deliverables. What deliverables you will be providing to the clients. So it starts with setting up the campaigns for the clients and optimizing the campaigns on the regular basis, generating traffic, which means engagement, generating or clicks, generating sales on the monthly basis. Uh, you have to do the execution for the entire project by your team maybe, and the monthly reports. Now these are the project deliverables. It's not about generating profits for the brand. Your job is to run the project in the best possible way as much as you can, but still in your deliverables, never mention you have to generate the profits for the client. Definitely, you have to generate the sales. So, even if I show you this media plan, we have generated around 80 sales for the client at the cost of 379 rupees for one single product, but yet we have not generated any profits for the client. We have generated the revenue, which is totally fine, which is equal to what we have spent in the advertisement, but yet no single uh, like profit seems to be getting generated on this project. Also, these are just the projections. Now, that's the most difficult part. Now, these numbers will always vary from 10 to 50%. Again, your clients will not love to hear that. They always want a projection which give them the exact number, what exactly they are going to generate, what exactly they're going to make after they run the campaign or project for a month's time. But that's not how marketing works. These numbers will actually fluctuate depending on the competition in the market, depending on how many competitors you have in the market. Even if you don't have the competitors, the price will always change in the market. So the pricing will fluctuate. These are just the projections so that you can understand how you are going to proceed in any business in your life, and also a number so your client can really appreciate your work. Now, coming to one of the most important part of this video for people who have opted for the course, I shall be getting into Google Ads training. Now, I have three activities which are also the assignments for people who want to learn project planning. Now, trust me, people, in human life, it's really difficult to retain any information, to remember anything that we learn. So if you're not doing any activity, you will forget those things. If not today, then you'll be forgetting this after months, unless you do some assignment, some work on that activity. So what I want from you, first of all, you start making a project plan for urbanladder.com. It's totally fine if you have a different project in your hand. You can make a project plan for that product, but this one is for branding only. The reason I have mentioned branding is because while you'll be making this plan, you have to mention and you have to remove Facebook and Instagram ads. At least Google ads has to be removed from there. So in branding, you only go with social media marketing and maybe Facebook and Instagram ads. That's fine. Now in Facebook Insta ads, you don't run the conversion campaigns, like you don't run uh, all these traffic campaign, conversion campaign, product campaign, lookalike campaign, remarketing. No, you only run the brand awareness campaigns. We also call it boostings. So anything that you post through social media on Facebook and Instagram, you simply boost it by adding some money. The idea of boosting is to generate impressions, but no sale. Also, if you're choosing Google, let's say, you only go with display and video. Again, only go with branding campaigns. The branding campaigns takes a very less amount, and the target is to generate impressions, attract eyeballs in the market. So you can go with social media marketing, which means the organic posting of your ads in the form of creatives and videos, not the ads, I'm sorry. Then you can go with, if you are choosing Google ads, only go with display and video campaigns. If you are going with Facebook, Insta, only go with awareness campaign. That's it. And then the entire report has to include the paid monthly cost as well, the advertisement platforms, the organic platforms, your project requirements, and your project deliverables. So let's say for branding, you will have to remove sales as a deliverable. You have to remove traffic as a deliverable. It only includes the awareness part of the funnel. Now, in the second kind of assignment, you have to make a project plan for sales of Urban Ladder. Now, this time, if you're making a project plan for the sales of Urban Ladder or any of the company that you have in your mind, you have to remove these campaigns, display branding campaigns or awareness campaigns. You can even think about removing the entire social media marketing. In fact, when I say social media marketing, people get confused. They think if it's a organic marketing, which means posting uh, post or videos over social media, or it's about running the ads. Now, social media marketing in general is the organic marketing, the organic way of just posting the banners over social media, but not using any ads. When I say social media ads, this is actually Facebook and Instagram ads. This is SMM ads, which means Facebook and Instagram ads. So for sales, you can remove social media marketing. You can only add things like Google ads and social media ads. Again, if the time is only 1 month, don't even go with SEO. SEO is something which you only take in the plan when the duration is for 6 months to 1 year. Now talking about the third activity, which is creating a project plan for SEO of the same website. Now, all these three exercises will help you to retain the information that you are taking in this video. And now you can think about completing a job interview questionnaire. Now, this question is for people who are looking forward to become a media planner. So this is one of the uh, job types that we have in digital marketing. If I show you the job types, then we have around 8 to 10 different type of job types. So people who become a media planner have to complete the topics like project planning, keyword planning, media planning, and media buying. Then we have a position for PPC executive, social media ad executive, web developer, social media specialist for organic, SEO executive, graphic designer, email marketer, affiliate marketer. I mean, we have around 9 to 8 different options in terms of digital marketing uh, career options. And now, if I just take you back to project plan. Okay, so I was on this sheet. So people who are trying to get a job in the market, they really have to go through the questions which people ask in interviews. Now, you can start with completing this questionnaire by answering the first question. What are the digital marketing platforms? You have to mention all the marketing platforms, something like this. Then, what are the 4 P's of marketing? What are the stages of marketing funnel? What are the traditional business categories? Then, what are the possible objectives of marketing a product? What are the main target audience or TG categories in digital marketing? Is it age or gender or both? What are the paid platforms in digital marketing? And what are the digital marketing project requirement? We need website access, page access, ad account access. What are the possible? I mean, we have all these options available. I just want to show you how to submit it. Okay, I have to record my email ID as well. Once it's submitted, you'll be getting a score. You have to view your score, and then you can check what is your total numbers out of 50 or any number that we have in different exercises. So now, after doing all of these things, you can finally consider yourself a person who can actually make project plans. And people who are watching this video, I mean, people who are going to take the course, they can go through the other topics as well. But the point of this video is to actually make you understand how do you create media or the project plans, and what is the importance of project planning. How do you do project planning for different products or different projects in the market. I'll see you in the next video.